It's Oleg here. Today we're going to talk about drones and how you make your picture and your movie more cinematic and get your best quality picture when you fly in your drone. So these days looks like everybody either flying the drone already or planning to have one, to purchase one very soon. And with regulations getting more strict from both FAA and Transport Canada, you have to be very careful. But once you got in the air, then you want to make sure it is safe for you and for the people around you. And you also want to do some precautions to avoid things like drone being attacked by birds or hitting something which you don't see, or like any kind of unpredictable things. And you definitely never fly close to airports or any public places with lots of people on it, because you never know what can happen with the drone. As much as you can do some preventive stuff, like for example, I lost my drone, which was Phantom 3 standard, and I lost it in Curacao when I was flying in the mountains close to the close to the sea, and the drone was simply attacked by the bird. I was talking to some guys later, and they basically told me that because the drone is white and it doesn't have any kind of emission devices on it, like ultrasonic sensors or stuff like that, it can be easily confused by the other birds for the actual like seagull or some other white bird destroying the nest and stealing the eggs. So my drone was attacked and I lost it, and it was unrecoverable because it's fall down in the mountain, and I was using my range extender to get this very far. And the drone wasn't so far from me from the distance, it was like around 500 meters away, but all these things I just got disconnected, and it's all of a sudden just boom and it's gone. If you're especially running something with a standard Phantom 3 standard, or you have any other kind of drone which doesn't have any sensors equipped with, which is shooting beams of different rays on either on the sides or on the bottom of the drone, or making high-pitched ultrasonic sound when it's measuring the distance between the drone and the earth, then you want to paint drone with something which is not natural color. So even on Phantom and then on Mavic, for example, I have my Mavic here. So as you can see, I got the skin on it, and the skin is called lightning blue. So it is like that. So it looks nice, but it's also getting the drone the color which is not going to be mistaken by other birds. So plus Mavic got ultrasonic sensors, and so it measured the distance to the earth, and it's getting high-pitched noise. So that should protect your drone, and the birds is basically flying around it and not coming close. The other thing which is also important, and it is requirement I think by FAA and also requirement by Transport Canada, is you have to get your name and phone number clearly indicated on your drone. You're making the pictures and you're making movies, but it's really sharp and it's not looking natural when you play it later. So how to avoid that is you have to get your cinematic mode on the Mavic, for example, or tripod mode. This will smooth down all the movement which drone is doing in the air, and it's make your movements less shaky and more kind of smooth. But at the same time, you want to get controlled by the shutter speed, and you want your shutter speed to be twice as your frame rate. The problem is that on a sunny day you gotta get your picture overexposed, because this low shutter speed, the lens is open, the aperture is open for a long time, and you got all the lights coming into the lens, and it's gonna blow up your color, so it's gonna be all white. So how you protect that? This is what we are going to be talking about. You're using neutral density filters to protect and put some kind of glasses in front of your lens, like the regular sunglasses which you wear, and that will allow you to go by number of stops, depends on the density of the ND filter. You can go all the way up to -4 stops, and this will allow you to make nice and smooth picture, and at the same time you're going to be able to shoot in a sunny and a very bright sun and make your video very naturally looking. So let's look at those in more details right now. Alright, so here's your drone and it's got a lens for the camera. So for different lighting conditions and setup ISO, you would need protection from the sun and cloudy with NDF. The most popular ones are ×4, ×8, ×16, and ×32. They are for different lighting conditions and create different effects. So here's the footage without filters at all. As you can see, it's a little bit overexposed. So we can set up ND4 for overcast and cloudy conditions. So here's the footage with ND4. It's almost the same as with no filters. For ND8, sunny and clouds, a little bit darker. As you can see, this is ND8. ND16 is more dark and more vivid colors. But sometimes it's too much. As you can see right now, you barely see things on the ground. And ND32 is basically when you're shooting against the sky and directly exposed to the sun. So the background has to be lit very well to get it. So in most of the cases I'm using ND8 and 16. I'm barely using 4 and barely using 32. So what are the benefits of ND filters? First, you got protection for your lens. You can also shoot with higher ISO and get better blacks and shadows. Practically no flares when you have filter. More dark and vivid colors. And you can set your constant shutter speed twice as frame rate. So here how it looks on the drone installed. So I'm using PGI Tech filters with very good high quality filters with very solid craftsmanship and the quality. They stick to the lens and they don't fall off right when the drone flies. Okay guys, so here we have it. If you like this video, please click on the like button below, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and we'll talk to you later on the next technical review soon. Peace!